I would like to take this opportunity to welcome everyone to our presentation, in which we will delve into the enchanted realm of fishing for gigantic halibut at sea. Our focus today will be on the courageous fisherman who not only confronts the terrible obstacles posed by nature, but also makes use of contemporary technology in order to exploit marine resources in a manner that is environmentally responsible. The journey of catching hundreds of tons of big halibut with long lines is something that would be interesting to learn about. To the dramatic harvest that took place at sea, from the period of preparation, at the moment when the sun is rising above the horizon, a golden light illuminates the contemporary fishing vessels that are anchored at the harbor. Today marks the beginning of a new journey for the courageous fisherman. The search for enormous halibut in the depths of the ocean is being conducted by large boats that are outfitted with the most cutting-edge technology and are waiting to set sail. Not only does every fisherman carry with him a desire and hope for a successful day's job, but he also brings with him a want and hope for remarkable dreams about life. The fishermen get their gear ready, which includes long fishing lines, which are a specialized instrument for catching halibut because of their length. In order to maximize the likelihood of successfully catching fish, the fishing lines have been meticulously crafted with hooks that are sharp and evenly spaced. Both the men and the women on the team collaborate and coordinate their efforts in a seamless manner, with each member taking on a significant role. They are aware that in order to successfully catch hundreds of tons of halibut, they need to have a strong sense of team spirit and work together. Immediately as the boat pulls away from the wharf, the sound of machinery can be heard. The deafening boom of the massive engines generates a feeling of excitement. In front of their very eyes, the water opens up. In addition to being a breathtaking setting, this location also presents some unexpected difficulties. The fishermen are not frightened to withstand the wind and waves as they fearlessly venture out into the ocean. They have a heart that is resilient. They became more confident in their ability to have a productive day of fishing. During the time that the boat was gently moving through the waves, the fishermen used the opportunity to inspect their gear. As they prepared to cast the fishing line into the water, they made the final preparations. With the help of modern technology, they were able to increase their fishing efficiency significantly. Yet, it was their expertise and knowledge of the ocean that ultimately defined their level of success. The weather, the movements of the water, and the indicators from the fish schools were just some of the things that they observed. This would have an effect on the fishing strategy that they would employ. When the fishermen arrived at the fishing area, they made preparations to cast the fishing line into the water. Everyone was surrounded by an atmosphere of enthusiasm. There was meticulous attention paid to each and every step and movement. As soon as the fishing line was thrown into the water, everyone's attention was drawn to it, as if they were anticipating a miracle to take place. There was complete silence as time passed, with the only sounds that remained being the sound of the waves and the noise from the engine of the boat. Because halibut is not always simple to catch, the fishermen are aware that they need to have patience in order to be successful. Afterward, the enchantment takes place. Fish are present, as indicated by the signal that comes from the line. Bringing the line up is something that everyone participates in with great enthusiasm. One by one, the enormous halibut start to materialize, resulting in a breathtaking scene. The excitement is palpable and infectious. Every face reveals the happiness that is present. Not only do they harvest fish, but they also have a sense of connection to the natural world and the water which they revere. After the halibut have been brought into the boat, the rest of their task is not yet done. In order to maintain the highest possible level of freshness in the food, they are required to process and preserve it right on board. Both the preparation of the fish tanks and the cleaning process are carried out in a thorough and professional manner. Each individual is responsible for their own tasks, and it is essential for them to coordinate with one another in order to avoid wasting any time. At the same time that the sky was beginning to darken, the boat was stuffed with halibut, and the joyful laughter of the fishermen reverberated across the tranquil area of the ocean. As they sat together, They spoke about their lives, their previous fishing trips, and even their hopes and goals for the future, all at the same time. Relationships based on friendship, solidarity, and a shared passion for their work are what bring them together. Building a robust community in the midst of the enormous ocean is the goal. Not only did the fishermen bring with them nets full of fish as they made their way back to the harbor to watch the sunset, but they also brought with them a sense of pride in their vocation. They were aware that everyone who goes fishing does so not only for the purpose of gaining financial rewards, but also to establish a connection with the ocean, with nature, and with one another. That is the genuine value that they have in mind for each journey. The women and children who are waiting at the port are filled with eagerness as the ship arrives at the port. Their eyes are filled with expectancy. They are aware that the enormous halibut that the fisherman brings back is not only a source of food for their families, but it is also a source of life for them. A tale, an effort, and a hope are all carried by each individual fish. Despite the fact that the life of a fisherman is never simple, it is precisely these trials and problems that help them become more resilient. These individuals are the guardians of marine resources, the admirers of the ocean, and the individuals who serve as a source of motivation for future generations. Not only is their adventure about fish, but it is also about life, about love, and about getting through difficult times. The obstacles that fishermen confront, such as severe weather and a lack of available fish stocks, and the strategies that they use to make it through these challenges. When discussing fishing, it is impossible to avoid mentioning the significant impact that technological advancements have had on the industry. Modern fishing vessels are outfitted with cutting-edge technology, such as Global Positioning System, GPS, satellite positioning systems, and sonar sensors, which supply fishermen with the ability to locate the precise location of fish schools. Through the use of this technology, not only is time saved, but fishing efficiency is also improved. With the help of sonar scanners, for instance, fishermen are able to observe the structure that is present on the seabed and identify regions of water that are likely to hold halibut. With the help of sonar, they are able to maximize the amount of time spent at sea while minimizing the amount of time wasted in regions where there are no fish. In the past, when fishermen had to rely solely on their own expertise and senses to locate resources, this represented a significant advancement in comparison to the situation. The manner in which fishermen handle fish on board has also been altered as a result of automation, as seen by the introduction of automated fish washing equipment and contemporary fish slices. Significant reductions have been made in the amount of time and effort required to handle halibut catches. The heavy job has been made easier by machines, which have provided fishermen with more time to recover and plan their next fishing expedition.